everybody, welcome back to Quick Tip Tuesday. First, let me say that I just decided to tape these two quick tips back to back. That's why I'm wearing the same thing. I just taped them back to back, so I'll give you a couple of bonus quick tips. This quick tip has to do with a little bit of advice regarding what do you do when you don't have a lot of time and you've got to go perform. You've got to sing or go and speak or whatever the case, and you're racing to it. You may be rushing to it. You may not have the time or the luxury that we normally like to take to warm up your voice properly. Well, we don't want to damage the voice. We want to make sure that we're warmed up to give the best performance that we can. So what do? I think a mistake that a lot of people make, and this is something that over time can definitely damage the voice, and that is that they'll go full out into a full out vocal performance when they're not properly warmed up, and they'll also use a full voice as the warm up when their voice is not ready for that yet. So that can be very dangerous, and we want to be careful about that. Try to avoid that. So what I do is, if you can recall some of my earlier quick tip videos in which I was talking about warming the voice up very quietly and slowly with humming and with oohing, like oohs and ahs and those kinds of things. More oohs than ahs and humming before you launch out into like a full voice. When I'm in a really a crunch time, I'm not able to really focus on a longer warm-up like I would like. What I do is I just spend my time with those quiet oohs, hums, I'll just hum. I will just hum and ooh, hum and ooh, hum and ooh. Sometimes I may not even barely sing a single lyric of a song at all prior to getting to the venue. I just keep my humming going. I keep my oohing going. Get that breath moving. Warm up my instrument, and I keep it gentle. That's the point. Keep it gentle. I think a lot of times for vocalists as well as for speakers, it feels like, oh, this is not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. I guarantee you that if you don't have a lot of time, and if you've got to choose, I say choose the slow and the quiet, gentle warm-ups. If that's all you've got time for, that's all you can get to, do that. Number one, you will save your voice in the long run. You will keep your voice healthy in the long run over a full career. And in terms of being ready for that night, that evening, that day of actually performing, you'd be amazed at how much your voice really will be ready when you need it to be ready if you focus more on that. I think people get impatient, and that, like I say, they'll do a few little light hums or oohs, and they'll just go right to the big voice thing because they've got to get ready for the performance, and that can backfire on you. You think you're warming up your voice, but really you're pushing it unnecessarily, and you are really creating potential problems like sores on the vocal cords. Some call them nodes. I think in the medical community they're called nodes or nodules that you can develop on your vocal cords. So you want to be really careful about that. Like I said, I know it'll feel like it's not enough to get ready for a performance, particularly if you've got a lot of big vocal work to do when you don't have a lot of time to warm up. But I trust and believe, trust me, I guarantee those gentle, quiet hums and oohs and breathing exercises and all of that will do more to get your voice ready than all of the full out singing when your voice is not ready for it. So it'll also help you last, particularly if you have a longer performance. It'll also help you last longer throughout that, what it is that you have to give to the audience. And you won't come away from it with no voice, losing your voice. So, and then every time you lose your voice, you're doing increased damage to your cords as well. So you want to be careful about all of those things. So that's today's quick tip, to lean on those slow, gentle, quiet warm-ups, the humming, the oohing. Rely on them anyway, even when you do have a lot of time to warm up. But particularly if you don't have a lot of time to do your full warm-up, focus on those. They'll get you ready for what you've got to do. And I'll talk to you later. God bless. Give me a thumbs up if this was helpful to you, and give me some comments. And take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.